Good morning from Standing Stone State Park, located just outside of Cookeville, Tennessee, in the north and a little to the east part of the state. I've spent the last 2 days here camping and exploring the park, and I'm going to show you all around the park today, everything that you need to do and to see. And at the end, I'll give it a score between 0 and 100, and you can see where it lines up with 40 or so other Tennessee state parks. So God bless you and enjoy today's review. Well, welcome back everyone to another Tennessee State Park review. I'm here today at Standing Stone State Park. It was beautiful. The park centers around this river and the lake that is just up of the dam. It was absolutely gorgeous. I was trying to find the perfect spot for a picnic, but this is the scenic overview. It looks like the trees haven't been cleared in a long time. You can barely see the ridge over across. All right, this is what my campsite looks like for the night. You can see I got my jack recharging from being primitive camping last night. I got my fan here, all your electrical hookups. Got my electric scooter charging up, but it does have full electric hookups here. You can see you got 30 amp and 50 amp as well. And I can tell that things are a little bit older here. Everything is just kind of old. So you can see the picnic table is kind of just wet and little rotting. Fire ring is a little rusty. There's some weeds growing up through the gravel. You know, just some wear and tear from the years. And everything is functional though. It's functional. I like that the campsites are actually spread out a little bit, and you have some that are pretty isolated, which is really nice. So a little bit older, a little worn out, but real pretty through here. And look, that one even has a little swing. So I want to give campsite layout a solid 7 out of 10. A little outdated, but really nice, spread out, paved roads so kids can play on their scooters and bicycles and things like that. Very family friendly, so 7 out of 10. In addition to the campground, they also had cabins to rent that looked really nice. Up next is activities, which is worth a possible 20 points. All right, I am hiking back down to the suspension bridge and the spillway, which you can probably hear in the background. Unfortunately, when I asked the park ranger if I could get a drone shot of it, he respectfully declined. So can't get that this go around, but these shots will have to do. So yeah, I was hiking there near the spillway, and you could hear it for a long ways away. I thought this was a really cool spot, really beautiful. It would be a great spot for senior pictures or engagement pictures or really family pictures of any kind. They also had a playground right there by the spillway, as well as a sand pit. All right, I've tried my luck at fishing, and I'm walking through about waist-high deep stuff to try and get to the creek where I need to. So far, no luck. Just me and the old beer cans down here, and snakes and ticks. Who knows? Maybe I can catch a little something. Unfortunately, I did not catch anything, but still a fun river to explore. It also had a swimming pool, great for families, as well as some boats that you could rent and fishing there at the lake. All the day activity stuff. I'm going to give activities a 15 out of 20. At the Welcome Center, they had a water bottle fill-in station, water fountains, and then these restrooms, which were pretty nice and seemed to be recently updated. At the campground, a little different story, a little bit more outdated, but perfectly serviceable. And they had benches for sitting, for showers, which is awesome. I'm going to give restrooms a 6 out of 10. Up next is drivability. It is a little isolated, being all the way up there at the Kentucky border, but easy to get to, so I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Up next is staff. I did talk with a park ranger there at the park office and welcome center. He was super kind, gave a ton of tips for enjoying my stay, and it gets an 8 out of 10. Up next is nearby amenities. you're not super close to a big town, but there at the Welcome Center, they had snacks and things like that. They also have laundry service for people staying there at the park, and they have free EV charging via Rivian, which is, I think, pretty standard now at Tennessee State Parks and always great to see. Back at the Welcome Center, they had games, knickknacks, all of your camping supplies, and even a place to chill. So I'm going to give nearby amenities a 7 out of 10. Up next is uniqueness. I thought the park was really beautiful, secluded, isolated, a little gym. I loved all the nature stuff, and I'm going to give uniqueness a 7 out of 10. The final category is cost, and it was very in line with other Tennessee State Parks, and you guessed it, gets another 7 out of 10. So you put everything together, and Standing Stone State Park gets a 71 out of 100, which is a great score.